Couple more minutes and we will begin.
I think, I'm so happy to be back. The last 6 weeks, although we did learn a lot, we did grow, was really tough, and I think we just got to do what we can to make sure soccer still happens. Whether that's wearing a mask or, lining your bags up, 6 feet apart, is so important. I think what we learned, soccer with restrictions is so much better than no soccer at all.
But then all fast, so like, the ball is you only bounce when the ball is
We went on lockdown, and in that time it was just weekly little Zoom get-together type things where we're playing fun little game, 20, 30 minutes. So we do things like trivia, scavenger hunt, costume party, things like that. And then kind of just dragged them along, kept telling them there was a prize at the end, and eventually got soccer balls for them.
In second place, Sophia! She gets a little mini ball, yes, Sophia. And our grand champion is Kaya. What? She's our grand champion.
Yeah, one thing I've been focusing on since coming back is trying to instill in the players some kind of personal responsibility. Especially after not having coached for a few weeks, come back with so much enthusiasm and energy, and happy to be on the field again. They ask me just about every week if they could play Among Us on Zoom, the popular game that all the kids seem to be playing these days. And so right before Christmas, that was our last one, and played Among Us as a team. And we had to do 2 Zoom meetings because they just like, oh, can we stay out? Can we keep playing? So we did about 90 minutes of Among Us.
We tried to focus more on the off-the-field stuff. We done fun games with them, team building. We also done online training using an app, which was great. And I guess the biggest challenge there was just making sure they were doing it. That was the problem.
Well, we had the workout app, obviously. So I did a lot of that, and then I did a lot of just ball handling on my own. And then for school, we had the gym was open a few times of the week, and our whole soccer program went to that.
The most recent change is all the players are required to wear masks in training, which that just started this week, and I think that will go all right. It's obviously just something new and a little awkward, a little uncomfortable. So kids are getting used to, breathing in the mask. They're getting used to at times like stepping away from the group, pulling their mask down to catch their breath.
I mean, it's a lot different with the mask on, obviously. It's a lot more tiring, but like Coach said, we'd probably get used to it eventually.
I think it's been tough on a lot of people, and I definitely, it was a challenging time for me. You could see a lot of kids excited to be back, obviously, but also a lot of kids that especially with the masks. We're struggling to run, struggling to breathe. So, but yeah, the connection piece, that's the hardest thing. It's a social activity, so when you can't socialize and be around each other, it makes it really tough.
What's to my head? Hit it. Ah! You hit it!
It's nice to, you know, to be able to come back in here and just have like a little more purpose to my day. It sounds bad to say that, but it's pretty true.
This is What's the dance? I learned the whole dance.
You may go anywhere, KK and Josie, as long as it's between the white line and that far blue line.
I really like being back. A little out of shape, but it was fun to be back with the team and just get back into our routine and stuff.
Yeah, any flexibility I had in my hip flexors, gone. It's gone. My touches weren't that great, but it was nice to see my teammates again, and it felt nice to be back in uniform, which I haven't been able to do in a while. So being back in soccer uniform just felt nice.
There's the timing of the run! Fantastic!
For me, it was hard to find spots to play because you can play in your house, but you can't really go outside with all the snow. So it's tough to really get any game-like training or any shooting on net really with the NSC closed down.
One thing I think a lot of us struggled with was staying motivated and just finding like time and space to do those workouts.
I think the first like 3 weeks were pretty easy when she had an assignment every week, but then like the last 3-4 weeks it was super hard. For the most part, I more took it easy, but then there were times where I did get really active. It was either I was lazy or I was just dribbling a lot.
Not all of us have like a big place that's heated and warm enough to be able to work out in. So I had to get a little creative because I had about a 10, maybe a 5 by 5 foot space to work in, but I made it work.
I think it's a new normal now for everyone. You know, if you're going to Target, you have to wear a mask. You do anything. So, thankfully, we can deal with it. I think one big issue the kids have with me is understanding my accent through the masks.
Triangle! Triangle, triangle. Press a little bit.
And middle.
It's covered.
Jacob!
It's kind of a distraction sometimes, honestly. Like you're playing and it's like, oh, I need to pull it back up over my nose, and the ball's at my feet, and it gets in my head a little bit, honestly. Now when I'm wearing it at the grocery store, I forget it's on my face. So hopefully I get used to it, but hopefully I don't have to, you know?
3. 1, 2, 3, fight. Well done, ladies.
If it takes wearing a mask to play soccer and see my team again, I'll do it. And the players, I think, feel the same way. Yeah, they're very happy to just be doing something in person again with their friends.
Keep it close, under control. It's up. 1, 2. 2 ahead.
Definitely this experience has made me realize not to take for granted, those small little interactions you get to have. And I think it's funny how when I'm coaching, I feel so socially fulfilled because it's not replicable to any sort of at-home environment. And I think from that comes a lot of loss of motivation.
It definitely gives me more of a motivation to work harder. So like before it was kind of like, yeah, I usually am working pretty hard, but now it's like I'm going into ultra drive to try to push my limits.
I think any coach agrees that there's like nothing like being here, like I'm here with a headache, with my voice is gone, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Go ahead. But I think it's helped me come back and really appreciate, what it is that we get to do here.